The sound of an alarm pulls me out of a fitful slumber and into the unpleasant state of wakefulness. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses as for why I already haven't. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still has not faded, I think. Still, despite getting the impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they're going to let me get away that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I do rise up, swallow the morning medications, put on my old soccer clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempt from taking part in gym classes at Yamaku, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. I'd order some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get a new life this way, a bit like me. Seems a bit stupid to me, really. But I suppose this way at least I can tell the nurse honestly that I'm doing something about my health. Not that I was ever much of a runner to begin with. Can't hurt to try, I guess. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only person present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The prosthetic leg girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track lithely, like a half-mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog, just like he is oppressing me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health, and is prompting me to do so. And even with things being like they are, it's only because I wanted to get out of it their way, only because I wanted to get it out of the way early. Wow, I sure stutter my thoughts a lot. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I'd leave, but it seems that my former assailant noticed me on our last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. "Good morning. Your name was Hazel, right?" She grins, seemingly pleased that she'd remembered my name. "You may not remember me." "Emi? I knocked you over in the hall yesterday." "Miss Ibarazaki?" She imitates Misha imitating Shizne, failing to get the same kind of subdued lilt into her high-pitched voice. How could I forget such an blunt introduction? Emi has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. "Yeah, sorry about that, again." Well, so long as you don't make a habit out of it, I suppose I'll be fine." "Great!" I'm not sure she realized I was joking. "So the spy consultant the nurse was talking about, is that actually you?" "That's right." "Oh. I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest." "What, you saying I don't look like I could be a spy?" "No, this is more like a relief. I was afraid you would have someone watch my every move. Unless you're here to do exactly that." "No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I'd seen a messy-haired transfer student who looks like he's kinda lost around the track." "So, why are you down here?" Emi strikes a dramatic pose. "Training!" "For what?" "Track!" "Ah, I see. You're on the track team then." Emi nods enthusiastically. "Yep, I'm one of the better runners too." And modest about it too. "Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, you know." I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. Nah, I'm not even sure I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm just not into organized sports, you know. It's true, I never even got that much into soccer. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. Wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Emi seems to understand my meaning. I see. Not into the whole organization thing. Now that you're here, I guess we're gonna run together, huh? Well, just go ahead and throw yourself on my dick, why don't you? What? Sure, I guess. Emi seems pleased. Are you going to warm up? Real men don't warm up. Oh no, you should always warm up. Bad Hazao. She scolds me enthusiastically, but then smiles and leans closer. I hate warming up too. She laughs suddenly. Heck, I don't even have to stretch my legs. As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple of times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic. Let's go! So we both take off around the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emi moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run with a sort of wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Frankly, I don't remember if there's any particular form for running there is, but I can't help but feel like I'm doing it wrong somehow. I feel awkward in comparison to Emi, who never seems to break stride. I don't think I want to do this anymore. I'm not really feeling up to more than a couple laps today, slow to walk pretty quickly. Emi keeps running, and doesn't seem to notice I've stopped until she passes me a second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanor. Finished already? I hang my head ruefully. Yeah. I'm not in very good shape right now. Emi nods, then grins at me again. She seems to do a lot of smiling. Well, the important thing is you started, right? Next time, you just have to try to hold out longer, then longer, and longer, and eventually you'll be great. Very good advice, by the way, audience. Very applicable to running, as that advice did carry into my running as a adult teen. In 2012, I was adult. Technically, I was 18, yeah. And I was among the many people that this game helped get back into, or perhaps for many was get into the first time running, as I was in cross-country team as a chitlin. But I didn't stick with it because I was shit and it was boring, and I didn't want to spend more time after or before or during lunch school running anymore when I could be doing nothing instead. Let's get back to the story. I'll keep that in mind. But I think right now I'm gonna go get ready for class. Shouldn't you? Emi shrugs unconcernedly. Nah, I've got plenty of time. I notice that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug. Not really, but I've got to finish my routine. See you later, Hazao. Yeah? See ya? Apart from feeling more tired than before, I don't think I accomplished anything today. I'm so out of shape it's embarrassing. Oh boy, I now get to tell the story how when I was 18, and it was shortly after playing this game, I believe, I was feeling very pathetic about my health state, since I hadn't done anything since like grade 9, like 3 years later, no exercise at all. And I decided to just get down and see how many push-ups I could do. I couldn't do one. So that was a changing big epiphany of my life of how bad I'd gotten. And that's when I started my regimen of running, and then that evolved into working out 6 days a week. And I went from a 5'11", 91-pound man over the course of 10 months to about 120 something, I don't remember exactly what. And that's what put all the current muscle I have on me. And I don't know if I go so far as to say it saved my life, but it definitely improved my health vastly. So there's another something I have to thank to the creators of this game. Back to the story anyway. This whole thing might have been a waste of time. I'll find some other way. I head back to the dorms to wash and change into my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long and hot shower. I'm tired from all the running, so I just want to unwind, but I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting to school before the morning rush. After taking a long shower anyway, I dry myself off and get out of the stall to put on my clothes. Out of nowhere, a shadow appears within the mist, looming and radiating malicious intent. It bursts through the fog. Sup? What are you doing here? What the hell? You scared me. What's your problem? I should be asking you that. I've been looking for you all over the place, man. What do you mean, all over the place? I want to ask if he's been looking for me like that, stark naked, but hold my tongue back. I finally realize I'm still naked too, quickly hold up my shirt in front of me, but Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. His glasses are fogged up, but then, why doesn't he wipe them off? His vision's so bad it's like he's perpetually seeing through fog. You know, your room? Yeah, that's it. Oh wow, my throat really hurts. Hey, I still have to get up though. Whatever, it's not important. Can I borrow some money? He puts on an innocent face and looks away, trying very hard to look very casual. Doesn't work. He's as transparent as his window pane-sized glasses. Talking neutrally like this, wearing nothing, feels awkward. Actually, somehow it's even more awkward to be naked in front of someone when they can't see me being naked, say nothing of the fact that he's naked as well. I try to brush the feeling off, with little success. Money? Sure. Awesome. Wait, why do you need it? Can't you just give it to me because I had the goodwill to not run through your pockets while you were in the shower? I could have, but I exercised restraint. And in the end, isn't it the thought that counts? Come on, be a pal. This makes no sense. If it's the thought that counts, I should withhold payment, since his thoughts were so clearly impure, and his intentions are probably even more sinister since he can't tell me what they are. I say as much to him. I'm offended, man, but if that's your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order a pizza, and I already have most of the cost of the pizza. I need your help for the rest. I get some of that pizza too, right? No. Are you serious? Yeah, I would give you some, but you have class. You don't have time to eat a pizza. What about you? I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and pay the guy, and then eat it. It's not easy. You have to obtain the pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you and the pizza, and they'll ask for a slice. It's a hard world out there. Everyone wants a piece. Then you're left pizzaless in an unforgiving world. It's happened before. That's how I know. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I get to tell the story of when I was extremely mad in a math class once. Similar to pizza in school. If you have gum in school, everyone wants a piece of your fucking gum. At least when you're children. Once you get into high school and your teenage years, people have some goddamn restraint. Unless they are... I don't know if he had some sort of mental disability, but this boy, this young man, was certainly not completely all there in the head, and he was in my grade 11 math class, and I had gum, and he wanted some, and I didn't want to give any, but his method to convince me was to stand beside me and keep saying, got any gum? Got any gum? Can I have some gum? While fucking headbutting me with the side of his head lightly, and it was fucking infuriating. I didn't know how to respond to that, but I ended up getting so mad that I headbutted him back very hard, and I don't even remember if that got him to go away or not. But that's a funny thing my best friend who sat beside me remembered to this day and told the story to everyone we know, or at least in our friend group. And every now and then I get fucking reminded of that horrible instance of, got any gum? You got some gum? God, what a time. High school was so many years ago, and I still am angry about being headbutted by a dumb child. Let's get back to the story and forget our grudges. Oh, what did I read? Yes, I did read this. Every day, I'll plan my vengeance, so that when the people who wrong me order a pizza, I'll be there, ever vigilant. I am actually, like, there is still a bit anger in me speaking about tact and all that. I guess he must have had disability of some sort, of which on the spectrum most likely, because you don't headbutt someone for gum. Why are you headbutting me? I guess I can't be mad at someone who wouldn't know any better, couldn't know any better. Kenji strikes a dramatic pose, completely without irony. But yeah, I only need like 400 yen. Please, you're my only hope. I can't go outside and buy my own pizza, it's too far. I try not to go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Let me tell you what happened last time I went out without carefully planning in advance. This kid came up to me and started headbutting me, asking for my gum. I was outside, can't remember what I was doing. Something, standing, maybe wondering how I got there. And then, out of nowhere, it happened. Like a flash of lightning, split in the sky. Like how you might split a sandwich into 2 equal pieces to make it more manageable to hold neat. A bird crapped on my head. It was the second most shocking moment of my life. What was the first? He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him. Is he just trying to keep momentum? I'll go with that, even if it's more likely he just didn't hear me. It was like in the opening of some kind of anime show. You know how there's always a part where the main dude is fighting his rival, and they fight each other and clash swords, and there's like big dramatic colored auras and zoom? It was like that, but with poo. Okay. So yeah, I need some money, please. Don't leave me hanging, man. I'll need like 1,000 yen. Thought it was 400. Okay. What? I'll pay you back, I swear. You better. That's what it means to borrow stuff. I don't know when I'll be able to pay you back. You have 1 week. Kenji winces and makes a noise like a dying cow, a particularly disturbing fact given that his baton is conducting freely. You're not supposed to be so tight-ass about money between brothers in arms, man. Men have it bad enough as it is. Did you know that male porn stars only make about half of what female porn stars make? That doesn't mean anything unless you're a porn star. So maybe I am a porn star on the side, struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda, and you can't even spot me or crumbs, you bastard. Nobody understands. Nobody. Wouldn't feminists be against pornography in the first place? This feminist agenda stuff again? This stuff's important. I can see that you don't give a shit, but this is serious here. Feminists are a dangerous enemy, make no mistake. You take them lightly and you'll wake up in the morning with a knife in your back. Bam! Out of nowhere. How do you wake up in the morning if someone stabbed you in your sleep? Women are terrible at stabbing things. I thought you said, don't take them lightly. Well, I mean don't take them lightly for the big things. Individually, they're not a threat. But if there's some kind of war, like a big war, with men on one side and the feminist forces on the other side, it would be pretty ugly. And that day will come, when the feminists coming out of their central top secret worldwide feminist headquarters say, "It's on now, motherfuckers!" You're being ridiculous. There's no big worldwide feminist headquarters building. Where would they even hide? I mean, it'd have to be massive. You couldn't hide that on the earth. Someone would notice a big fortress with only women on it. Who said it was on Earth? I turn away from Kenji, start practicing frowning faces in a mirror so that I can figure out what kind of frown would best express my emotions. He can't see me from this distance anyway. Which, unfortunately, means that he just keeps on ranting without any regard to sense or sensibility. Yeah, there's a war going on. A war not many know about, but it's a great one that will one day boil over and encompass all the known world. Then, we will have to pick sides. We will have to make a stand. In fact, it's happening right now. Imagine it. The bloody battlefield. A vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up when I thought this cause was silly. When I grew tired of the bleakness of our fight. Whoopsie doopsie. When I mistook the time and the power went out for a feminist raid and I thought the end was near. But then I realized that if I gave up, it would be all over. And I was like, whoa. And I knew I had to get serious, because I'm the last sane man in an insane world. It's about duty. Must be a pretty crappy moment if it all hinges on one naked guy ranting in a bathroom at another naked guy. So can I have the money? He's blocking the way out. It's getting cold because I'm still naked, and I want to go to class, so I agree to spot him the money. Awesome, thanks dude. We should go bowling later on. Bowling? Yeah, it's the ultimate sport. There are almost no women bowlers either, making it also the manliest sport. Should I wear my pink bowling shirt with matching shoes, or the pastel green with flower accents? They're bowling clothes? Maybe. Anyway, you'd better pay me back. I can pay you back in stuff, right? I don't have the time to ask him to elaborate on what that means. I don't know, I have to get to class. You're kind of in the way. Oh, sorry, yeah, I don't want to hold you up. And I have some stuff to do myself. The time has come. Time for what? I just like saying that. Okay, now the time has really come. For what? I have to use the bathroom. Get out of it. I was just going to. What's this mean? It's a big bathroom. Sorry for impersonating you, kind of. So, I have to be alone or I can't go. The pressure. Okay, but what if someone else comes in? I'll think of something. I give him my practice frown, and it looks kind of silly reflected in his glasses. He either doesn't notice or doesn't see. Anyway, so I get dressed and run back to my room, feeling as though an eternity has passed since I woke up. That is time I'll never get back. I'll get him for this somehow.